you when everything's been stripped away.
Scary out here in these woods.
I have not had a serious meal in a week.
If I can't get a fire, then I can't stay here.
It's always in the back of your mind. Well, I can tap out. Putting up with this if it's a win.
Get the hell out of here. I see you. Get out of here.
I'm living a hand-to-mouth existence.
Yes!
$500,000 is a lot of money.
It's just going to keep you harder.
It's not the world that needs to change. It's me that needs to change.
Good morning. Rained like a son of a bitch all night. I woke up this morning to Mom! Mom! Mommy! Out. It was the geese flying in. So there you go. Thought my girls were waking me up. Today, the rain slowed down a little bit, but I know it's gonna get worse. I need to set up a fire shelter, like a place that I can count on having a fire every day. Something that's dry.
So, I'm gonna take this here ridge pole. I'm gonna carve in a couple notches into this tree and this tree. Kind of like a divot notch. Then so I can wedge it into the tree a little bit and then tie it down with some fish string. What I'm most scared of is after the adventure, after this is all done, what's next? It's like, what's the next thing that's gonna capture you the way this has captured me? You know, when I was home, my mom brought up the fact that there is gypsy blood in our line. Maybe that's where I get all this from. Just the need to run, the need to go all the time. Change of scenery, change of pace, a new adventure. I want to tell my kids that you can do anything that you want to do. I want to raise strong women in this world. Then I'm going to pull my tarp over 5 foot up, and then maybe out. Check it out. If you think you can do it, try it. If you want it, go get it. I think that that's a huge lesson, especially for my daughter.
Our journey this morning begins.
Yay.
I do things a little differently. Whereas most people are probably sitting around surviving, I want to keep active to try to stay sane. Is I'm going to explore the area a little bit and go from there. It's kind of ingrained in you in the military to just constantly go 100 miles an hour.
You are prepared for what's going to happen. You know a lot about what's going to happen.
I was in the Army for about 15 years, recently got out. For the majority of that time, I was either a sniper or working down at the sniper school. I started noticing some of my friends that had gotten out of the military, and they were having a real hard time transitioning into civilian life. Came up with the idea of taking guys out on hiking trips. I think there's a connection with nature there that can be really helpful, and to me, that's what keeps me going. All the years in the military, if you have one thing, it's going to be this. So I have 2 blades. I have one just regular, and then the other one is serrated. Being in the military, you still have people around, that kind of keep you going. You have a mission and purpose to do together. So you still have that human interaction. Very few people have ever gone out by themselves, completely shut off from everybody. For me, going out in the middle of nowhere, completely reliant upon myself, it is that challenge that I've always wanted to put myself through. We're gonna head into the woods. We're gonna be looking for signs of some. I feel like if you sit in one place, you might miss a whole lot of stuff. I have a duck. I have a little duck that's hanging out. I don't know. I might leave him. Depends on how hungry I get. It might be dinner. What? The bird up there is either trying to tell me something or trying to tell everybody else that I'm here.
Life alone. My goal is to be out here for the entire year. So it's survival of the fittest. I spent 8 years teaching pilots and aircrew members how to survive behind enemy lines. You know, if they got shot down, what would they do to survive? Once you get the shelter and the water figured out, firewood and food. So I plan to eat some seaweed this morning. I want to show you the different kinds of foods there are on the beach. There's this type of seaweed, seagrass. You eat down at the base where it's white. And it is quite sweet. Very good. I believe also you can eat the rhizome. Like candy, I mean, it's so sweet. Bullkill has this long tail that goes down and around and way off out there. You can eat the vine as well. Normally you slice it into little rings and then you cook it. Got a lot of salt water that time. So, that is breakfast. And looks like we've got low tide. So I'm going to go ahead and try and put up my gill net. So I've got this freshwater creek flowing into the cove. I'm going to put my gill net right out and put it. I'll find out. Every day, that low tide, high tide transition, I'm going to look forward to going out and checking my traps. I really hope I get a fish in there tomorrow. Looks like we should get out the tennis rackets and start playing tennis. I'm going to go walk, see if I can find some more edibles this morning. There's my seaweed spot. Goodness. Check this out. It's a very large pile of bear poo. 1, 2, 3. That's still steaming. 5, 6. I've got friends already. And I thought I was going to be alone out here.
I've been looking around through the woods. I have to look for the most sustainable food source. And I'm not seeing too much as far as wildlife signs. I don't see really any scrape marks on a tree I just walked across. We're gonna start heading down to the beach. See what we can find down there. Biggest thing I'm seeing right now, as far as resources go, is the inlet. Is what I'm thinking. That most of my food is going to come out of the water. I don't see my little duck friend. I've got a duck that hangs out over here. See if we can find him. Holy crap. My my duck is somehow dead. It's pretty weird. I'm not sure what the hell killed this thing. No blood. Don't see any tracks. So this is a pretty big decision. On the one hand, if something killed this thing that somehow infected the meat, and I don't cook it well enough, and I get sick, that sucks. On the other hand, if I get rid of it, because I can't leave it here, because all it's going to do is attract cougars and bear, more likely cougar. If I get rid of it, it's getting rid of a lot of meat. Decision. I'm not gonna eat it. That kind of sucks. I was really hoping this dude was gonna give me food when I really needed it, and not have to waste food when I don't. All right, Mr. Duck. It's nice knowing you, bro. Take care. Do you have duck funerals? Is that a thing? I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna throw this dude out into the bay. Hopefully he'll get drug away and not wash up on my beach again. That would suck. Yeah, bye duck. Quack. Wasting food is a huge thing because you're running on minuscule calories. It's pretty disheartening. But the risk of me potentially getting sick from some crazy bird flu or whatever this thing died from, it's not worth it.
Did a little bit of my hemlock tea. I have big plans for today. Food is a priority. I'm not a fisherman. And the ocean is super abundant. There's tons of fish in there. I just haven't figured out how to catch them yet. So I need to go with what I know, which is the land. Every single year, my dad, all my uncles, my grandpa, we would basically go up to our cottage that we have in northern Michigan, and we would go out hunting, and, it was always just, so much fun.
There he is, a senior picture. We're going to miss him.
I think just as a young man, I just, not knowing what I wanted to do with my life, I know that I loved being outside. I sort of, had just a very, very strong connection to the natural world for my spirit.
So how long do you think you're going to last? Last one standing?
Hopefully. I've never really been a conventional type person. Currently, and for the last 8 years, I've been working for a survival school in southern Utah, teaching sort of primitive skills. And this is a huge test for me. This is sort of like a culmination of all of the years of training, all of the books that I've read, all of the going out and doing it and getting in the dirt time. I want to look back on this experience in 10, 15, 20 years from now, and I want to say, that experience definitely propelled me and helped me grow and made me a better human being. Experiences like this don't really come along that often. Being able to procure food, is going to be the difference between me staying a couple of weeks and me staying a couple of months. So I'm going to set up some traps. So these traps are super, super simple. Great for maybe a rabbit. Deadfalls themselves can be used to take things as large as a bear. That'll loop around there. The way to the rock will be here. So the rock will be pressing down on this. And then there'll be a bait stick, which is running from your toggle to the end of the rock, or the end of the log, or whatever you have. So what will happen is, the creature will come up, pick off that bait stick. That'll cause the trap to trigger, and then the rock to fall and collapse on the animal. So it's actually a very humane way to kill it. In the forest, there aren't really, and that's probably like, 25, 30 pounds of force. So a pretty good amount. And we'll see, maybe I can get something by the morning. This place is very beautiful. If you could live just off beauty, then you'd be pretty full here. But unfortunately, we need food to survive. I need to figure out this food situation. I don't know if I'll have the energy to do this.
What I intend to do is head over right away before the tide comes up and makes it more. Check and see if I have a fish. There's the gill net. I really hope I get a fish in there. I see something dark out there, and man, it looks like a fish. Holy moly, it is a fish. Look at that. Thank you, Jesus. Let's see if there's any more. Oh, yeah. There's a halibut. There's another fish right there. 3 fish. Man, today has just been a stellar day. 3 fish. Come on. Thank you, Jesus. I don't intend to eat all 3 fish. I think I'd get sick from eating that much. I intend to cook them, and then I'll bury it nearby here. The only thing in a restaurant, eating this with Barbara. If you were going with me, we could share body heat. Without you to help heat, I need this much bigger bag. Barbara is just this kind, compassionate woman. I am blessed that she loves me and likes being married to me. Before I went in the Air Force, my 2 brothers and I, when we were 8, 9, and 10, we were sent to an orphanage. I got kicked out when I was 15. Those are really, really painful memories. I have 3 children. I'm a grandfather by 3. When my daughter passed, she was only 10 years old. That's going to work on me. And so my main motivation is I want to prove to myself that I can deal with my painful past and hurtful history. Just know that in those situations where I'm alone, without larger than they are ever at any time, it's work, and I hope that I can get through the tough times. That fish is on the plank. There'll be lean days, and at that time I'll have these fish laid up in my hole-in-the-ground refrigerator. I've got them stacked one on top of the other, and I've got that moss on them, and that seaweed from down below, and maybe mask the smell. The temperatures are cool enough here that it'll keep for 2 days, but I don't think it would keep for longer than that. Hopefully that'll be there for me tomorrow morning and some bear or animal hasn't dug it up. I'm completely relieved. My gill net caught 3 fish. I'm going to be eating like a king out here.
Trap was triggered last night. Can't believe this. Nothing. It's both a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because they triggered the trap. It's a bad thing because I'm definitely like running pretty low on fuel. I haven't really eaten any meat. Just some mushrooms. That's about it. I'm so but I can't let it get me down. I have to adapt. And that's really the name of the game of survival, is just adaptation. So hopefully this works. So I don't know. I gotta try something new. I gotta try to make a living off the sea. I mean, I just need to take advantage of as many food sources as I can. I need to have my gill met out. If one thing doesn't work, then try another thing. And if that doesn't work, then try another thing. The land will show you and it'll teach you what you need in order to live out here. But, you know, if you're not open to it, or if it doesn't want to show you, then it won't. I don't know. Maybe I just need to be doing something new.
Get my beach working for me. If I don't start catching fish, I'm a goner.
I have a pretty big problem. I can't believe this. I can't stay here.
So now I need to do the rest of my home here. I gotta get the rest of this protected. And so I gotta get after it here, or I'm gonna be screwed. When it rains really bad, I get all this stuff that goes inside my tent. And being in this environment, your bones get cold pretty quick. So I was thinking about making a front door. If I do that, I can stay out here as long as I want to. I'm just gonna take a log and go across. So that covers that pretty good. And I can still kind of see out if I need to. It's not great seeing out, but it's a little bit at night. But if I go to about here, then I hang a lot of those ferns off of here. They're long and they'll go all the way down. The ferns act like shingles on a roof, with the hopes that when it rains, it sheds off instead of inside of my tent. Trying to see what's going on here. See that? And just tying her up like this. Kind of weaving her in there, nice and thick. The better my house is, the warmer I am, the safer I am, the drier I am, the happier I am. Throw a few more in there, call it good. Good. Let's go take a look. Wow, not too shabby. I can still see out, see what's going on. Hello.
I always look angry. Why is that? I'm not an angry guy. I just look that way. I'm happy to be here, so why when I look at my frickin' face, I always look like I'm about to punch somebody? I very rarely punch. Who are you when everything's been stripped away? When everything you relied on to have a sense of life or purpose or meaning is gone? How long can you live with yourself by yourself? And as a divorced man, I guess I can figuring out that answer. I am leaving behind my 3 kids. I'm gonna miss you guys, all 3 of you, terribly. I wish I could take you guys with. No. Well, you haven't lived till you wiped your butt with moss. I was a pastor for 15 years in Brazil as a missionary, and my 3 kids been through so much, all the different things that have gone on in the last couple of years. You know, the divorce and moving back from Brazil, it's all been difficult to bear up under. Are you sure you want me to do this?
Dad, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Your whole life has been building up to this, I feel like.
If anybody deserves this, it's you. If anybody's prepared for this, it's you.
I am not married. At this moment, knowing that I have their support and the fact that I am a Christian, I am a believer, I think it'll be a strength.
You're going to do great, Dad.
I've been through all kinds of stuff in my lifetime, and when I look back on it, I think I wouldn't be the person that I am now if I hadn't gone through that. In terms of immediate survival, fire, shelter, water, I think I've got that. I could stay here until I starve to death, but I've got to crack the code of feeding myself out here. I just have to do that. I've got to get my beach working for me, which means I'm going to try and set out a trot line here. One line with a bunch of hooks on the end. I've got some of that green rope that I salvaged. And these are going to form the base of my trot line. I think I can put 4 hooks on this, maybe 3. I should have baited these. I want fish. What are the odds of me catching a fish on that? I have no idea. But if I can't make this cove produce food, I won't make it.
All right, I'm turning in for the night. I'm just feeling some heart sickness. It's a mild pain. It's not like excruciating. It's just a low-grade feeling in my chest, and thought maybe I was responding to something I ate. All this new stuff that my body's not used to. Thoroughly missing Barbara.
I felt this kind of heartache when I was in the orphanage. And on Christmas, they would gather the boys around and open presents. And they never did call my name because there wasn't a gift for me there. And I remember going to bed that night and the heartache. It feels like that now. They don't call this alone for no reason.
Miss you, baby. My heart's heavy.
Coming out to check my trot line. So much for a sunny day. Somebody over there is getting a sunny day, but not me. I've got 4 hooks in the water, and that's a good thing. I'm banking on fish. That's the catch of the day. Some kind of gnarly looking seaweed. We've got to fix this thing and rebait it. It's one of my hooks. All the crabs were gone off my hooks though, so wherever something down there likes crabs. When you don't have anything to eat, you feel like you have nothing to show for all that you've done. If I don't start catching fish soon, I'm gone.
So I have a pretty big problem. I can't seem to find my ferro rod. Yesterday, after I got the fire, I usually set it aside and then put it right in my bag when I'm done. I was really tired yesterday, so I don't remember putting it in my bag. And it's not in there now, so. But I was able to sort of rewind the footage from yesterday, and I can see the footage yesterday of right when I got the fire. I set the ferro rod down, and it rolled down the fire pit into the fire. So now I'm just sifting through the fire pit I don't know what happens when a ferro rod goes in a fire pit. Does it just burn up? I don't know. I hope I can find it. There's no way I could be here without a fire. I can't believe this. It's not here. Nothing you can do about it. Get a fire, then I can't stay here. It's really as simple as that.
Day 7. Miss my girls. Say good morning. Good morning, Bowden. Good morning, happy Greta Toff. Oh, isn't she cute? She's cute. Bowden. She's giving you attitude, see that? Yeah, hello. Picture out. It's Greta Day. They flip them over every day. So one day it'll be Bowden on the front, and then the next day is Greta on the front. I'm extremely thirsty. My goal this morning is going to be to get a fire started. Fire must happen today for me. I'm going to be a thirst cat. You got to raise my girls to be smart and strong. Strong is huge. Life is so short. You got to get out there and live. You got to listen to music, and you got to dance, and you got to love. My God, we're all going to die someday. And then what? What do you got to say for yourself? You got up and drank coffee at the same coffee shop every day of your life? What kind of a life is that? I want my daughters to have that sense of adventure, you know? And they just feel like, yeah, I can do that. I can go there and be that and see that. Thank you. Thank you, fire gods, for giving me fire. They're just about to run out of hope. You just keep plugging away, folks. You just gotta keep working hard. Never give up. Only give up, only stop. When your heart says stop, but never give up, because the challenge is hard. Does it literally take everyone else this long to start a fire? Is it just me? It must be just me. It's gotta be just me. I can't lift my thumb. I can't lift my thumb. I can't lift my thumb. Mother. I don't know how deep it is.
I'm so disappointed in myself right now, but I can't let it get me down.
Yes. I'm looking at him going, my fucking collarbone.
I heard like a crazy noise. It's a bear. God, it's a bear.
It's like a whining and a huffing and a sniffing right here at the back of my head.
Get on out of here! Get the hell out of here. I see you.